have her do, I'm going to get her hands out of the way so they don't interfere with the motion at the hip. So we can have her hands out here like that. Some people actually grip this, that's fine too. Some people have to sit back a little bit like this, gives them a little more length in the muscle, gives them a little more advantage. All of those are acceptable, so whatever's comfortable for you. Just if the hands are right here, they're not coming up against the hands. Do that. Okay, so the command is, I want you just to bring your knee up towards the ceiling. Just like that, and back down, a little slower. Okay, perfect. What happens when we're doing a strength test and somebody rockets up? What does that tell us?
It's really strong. Because they're throwing themselves?
No, listen, she doesn't even really leave the plane. She just comes up really, really fast like that.
She's using momentum.
She's using momentum, so she's not really, really strong. She's weak.
Job, Robin.
Yeah, that wasn't because of that. So this time we go just a little bit slower if it goes too fast. Okay, so that was a 3 measure, right? Get a 4 or 5, we just bring her up to about mid-range, which really is beyond mid-range, but this is where we put her. Okay, we hold right here. Hold, don't let me push you down. Hold, and relax. Okay? We check cognition. Do they follow commands? So this hand, my stabilizing hand, what kind of a substitution am I going to see if she's weak and she wants to give me the impression that she's strong?
Leaning back.
Leaning back.
Lean back. Right? So that's the most likely thing, or she may come up into a plane like this to try and get her. But she's going to bring her trunk somewhere. So if my hand's right here, I can detect that and stop it with that cue. All right? So that was a 3, 4, 5 test. If we want to do gravity minimized, we turn her onto her stomach or onto her side. Test side up, right?
Yeah.
On your side. And this is where you want the full one. Yes. So she's going to be back towards me. Otherwise, I'm up here trying to manage this, right? Or I could have her at that edge and be in front of her, whatever works best for us. But because I'm tall, I can do this.
Okay.
Still with me? Because this is important. I made a tall comment.
That's why I went over.
You didn't drink the bunny juice today? I swear.
What did you have for breakfast?
Yes.
What?
Okay.
Whatever his girlfriend gave him after breakfast.
So we're going to start from a fully extended position, all right, with her knees straight. And then we're just going to have, I want you to bend your knee and bring it up to your chest like this. And so that arm's in the way, right? What was that?
Sorry, I had to.
What is wrong with you people?
What are you doing now? Hold it.
This is gravity minimized for both hip flexion and hip extension. Okay, here we go. Ready? One more time. We have full available range. And then back out to full extension. I can just rock forward with this position and rock back. I'm controlling her pelvis, otherwise she falls out of that plane. And then gravity helps her or gets in her way. All right? Okay, so keep her straight in that plane. That's gravity minimized. Let's do extension, extensor strength, and we'll turn these to do that. Okay? Well, pretend like there isn't a vulnerable position. Okay, we're going to turn you over onto your tongue. Usually put a pillow underneath the hips whenever we have them on the tongue.
Archie's gonna die.
Let's get them down towards the end of the table.
Oh, it's getting hot.
A little bit further up. Just so your feet on it. Perfect. Okay, like that. So now we're going to chest extensor strength. We want her down. So you want to do that. There you go. Just like that. What are the extensors of the hip?
Gluteus maximus.
Semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and biceps.
Biceps femoris.
Long head.
Long head.
All right. So this is the test position. It's perfectly acceptable. What we're going to do is she's going to keep her knee straight. Why don't I want her to bend her knee as she's coming up and doing this strength test? What? Puts what on slack?
Biceps.
Okay, the rectus, which is a 2-joint muscle, right? So we make sure we give it everything that they have, in the way it needs.
Because if she had tight quads, then it would get like
She had a tight rectus to begin with when we did that. We'd get no motion. It wouldn't be a strength measure anymore. We wouldn't get any excursion. We took it all away.
which is why we do range of
Right? Because we do range of motion first, because we know how much she has, right? So just like this, if this is the leg that we're testing, I want you to keep your knee straight and bring your heel up towards the ceiling by lifting your leg. There we go, and back down. Okay? 3 or the 4 or 5 measure. I'm gonna bring you up a little bit, hold you about there, hold, don't let me push you down. This is where my hand goes, not out here. Hold, and relax. Okay, perfect. So there's 3, 4, 5 measures of that. And once again, sideline through the range.
And what I noticed while we were practicing with the gravity minimize stuff,
Mhm.
like you can be helping them without thinking about it, but you're expecting emotion, so you kind of unknowingly are helping. So
Exactly.
you really have to just kind of just be the against gravity
Yep.
holder.
And that's a good point, because you're anticipating something happens, and you can really carry it through. We don't want that. Good point. You're just supporting. They need to initiate that, and you're just following along, making sure that we're doing stuff like that. Okay, so any questions on those? Let's do those.